Hi, my name is Jonas.
And I'm Stefan, and we're here today to talk about the Musical Soundscapes series.
This is episode 2, and we will center on Pacific Blue, the multi-platinum award-winning album.
So, Pacific Blue, as most of you who are actually watching the series know, is one of our better, if not the best, selling album in the series. And so we want to talk about this today. I hand it over to Jonas. What do we got to say about this one?
Well, we had no idea when we started this album that it would go on to multiple platinum sales. I mean, it became so hugely successful, not only the album itself, but the title, Pacific Blue. It was actually copied. It showed up as other products. It's almost become, just a common word, even though normally you would say Blue Pacific. So just the naming of the album ended up becoming a very fortunate thing. The one thing I remember about this album most distinctly is that Stefan started off the album with a track called White Waters. And I was very curious to hear what he had come up with, because we were working in individual studios and separate studios at that time. We would combine our forces on certain tracks. Anyways, it was the tuning of an orchestra, really. And I thought it was such a bold way to start. And I was a little bit perturbed, because I thought, well, is this really going to be sort of soothing? Is this going to go after the people that want to hear whale ambient sounds? But it ended up becoming a hugely successful opener and provided a fabulous contrast to the track 2, which is entitled Tender Words, which did actually in fact become probably the most successful piano coupling of the album for me. Still to this day I do get requests for sheet music around the world.
Yeah, they send even me requests and I have to
That's right.
refer them to you.
Even Stefan gets a request for it. So because of that, I ended up actually issuing in the year 2000 a piano book, the best of the JK piano cuts, 1990 to 2000. And Tender Words, the track 2 of Pacific Blue, was definitely the mainstay of that book. It was recorded on a torrentially rainy day in Vancouver. It rains a lot in Vancouver, as we know. It was in November of 1990. Because the album was then issued at the beginning of 1991. I had just stepped around the corner to Barney's Cafe, a great cafe that had just opened. It was actually my stepbrother that had opened it up, and I met with an old schoolmate of mine. And I came back so inspired, I guess, and I just sat down, and it was like, yeah, the track was ready, inspired by the rain of Vancouver, Tender Words.
I didn't know that. This is a great story. Well, for me, the evolution of the Soundscape series actually is very closely related to the evolution of my studio. And every release I had, expanded on the studio and bought some new gadgets, and we had more options. We could do stuff. And for Pacific Blue, I remember I purchased a little tiny box about this size, a flat little thing called a timecode machine. And that allowed me to record a sync tone on my reel-to-reel recorder, which only could record 2 tracks. So you give up a track for that sync tone, and when you play that back, and the computer knows where the tape is. And that allowed me to record on the other channel a real instrument, because real instruments couldn't be recorded on the computer in those days, at least not on my computer. And so I said, great, I can record guitar now. That's excellent. And Jonas came over and said, I'm going to have a guitar solo. There's actually a couple of guitar solos on here. There's one on Malahat and one on Sea of Freedom. And I said, hit record and I'll be ready. And Jonas was, sorry, but you're always sort of the deadline guy. They said, yeah, okay, I pushed record, and I just knew I had to nail this on the first cut, because if there were some iffy notes, he said, come on, this is good enough. We should. I don't know. But I was so frightened that I had to be stuck with this recording with that I didn't like for the rest of my life. So you have 2 solos on here that are very cautious, very safe playing, just so I didn't have to do them over again. And it worked out well. Actually, Otherwise, I might still be sitting there recording that solo today. Who knows? This is all genuine live take guitar solo.
Yeah, and as we had mentioned earlier, it became hugely successful. It's gone triple, maybe even quadruple platinum in Canada.
Yeah,
and people have, yeah, exactly. Stefan has something along.
Here, there you have it. We received a platinum award from our publisher.
Proof of the award.
Pacific Blue. And this was great, you know. It's well, just as we thought this can't get any better, it actually did, because soon afterwards we received this. A triple platinum award. Check this. I mean, no, I didn't feel like a rock star, but it's actually nice. We created a little buzz, you know, we're giving interviews, yeah. And so this was great. You know, on the catalog of our publisher, you know, we get the front page, and so this was great.
And people have written on the website, on certain ordering sites on the web. Here I picked up on a couple of citations. I lost my tape a few years ago, much to my own dismay, but I just received my new CD yesterday and have been listening to it practically non-stop since receiving it. I've missed this music so much, and I'm so happy to have it back. Another person wrote shortly, just get this sheet, all in all, this is an absolutely wonderful must-have for all those that love good, relaxing music and the sound of orcas. So it wasn't only just a buzz. I think it went out to...
Well, thank you. If that was your quote, thank you very much. I'm very, very flattered, very honored.
It went out, obviously, to hundreds of thousands of people that really did make, made their day, I guess, in the best sense of the word.
The original cover, I mean, I remember you were furious, but it only had my name on it. Can you imagine? It just omitted poor Jonas, but fortunately the print run was gone very soon, and we had a real one. And just a year later, we had distribution by North Sound in the States, and we got a fresh cover on it. And so, you know, it just sort of kept doing its own thing. And it was out of our hands, and we just heard about, oh, there's a new country that's picking it up, there's another country picking it up. So that was very nice.
And we should actually mention that the stunning photo on the front cover was taken by a German, Peter Thomas.
Peter Thomas in Vancouver.
Who worked out at the lab out at UBC, and he was just a very, very passionate photographer, professional photographer, wonderful man, wonderful family, and we were so happy when we found this photo. I scanned it, I saw it in a magazine and then approached him personally, and we bought the rights for it, and that certainly brought the album along very well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was Pacific Blue. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for the next one.
Episode 3 will deal with Tropical Dream out of the Musical Soundscapes series.